Woo! Alright, so the other day I received my stimulus check, finally. For those of you who are outside of the United States, basically the government, because of the whole economic crisis, has decided to give individuals who make below a certain income $1,200 free and clear. And because I am in a fortunate situation, I still have my job and the extra $1,200 would just be sitting in a bank account otherwise, I am going to invest it straight into the stock market in front of you all. Right in front of you all, I'm going to be going over my decisions and reasons of my investments I'm making and why you might want to make the same or a different choice based on your own financial situation. And for those of you who aren't hip to Robinhood, which is a commission-free investing platform, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to buy a stock. I also just need to get this out of the way first. I am not a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own due diligence before you invest your hard-earned money. I am just a data scientist who loves all things investing, and based on the data, I'm either going to be making money or losing money. I also need to say that if you need money in the short term, say 1 to 2 years out or later or sooner, then you should not be investing at all. If you live paycheck to paycheck, then you should be putting the stimulus check towards your food, rent, and all other necessary items. And if you are in high interest credit card debt, then you should definitely tackle that first because you don't want compound interest to work against you. If you're saving up for something within the next year, such as a wedding or a house, then you definitely don't want to put it into the market where it's extremely volatile at this moment in time, and you don't want to be needing that money, having to pull out the money from the stock market, taking a loss, and yeah, that just wouldn't be good. I'm all about investing for the long term. And if you don't have a stable job, really no job is entirely stable besides maybe government jobs, or if you're just worried about losing your job, then you should definitely stockpile this money. And if you don't have an emergency fund, definitely build up 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses, because it sounds like these that really show how important an e-fund is for those unexpected moments of emergencies. With that being said, if you have a little extra money from the stimulus check and you are in a sound financial situation, then you should definitely invest. All right, so I'm gonna grab my phone, make sure I'm recording my screen while I go through and show exactly what I'm buying today. Screen recording turning on in 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, so this is my phone. I have all my investing apps here that I eventually am going to try out different investing platforms, but for now I'm investing in Robinhood Face ID. So this is just the general user interface for Robinhood. These are my current holdings. VGT is the Vanguard Tech Industry ETF, and then MGK is just another ETF for mega cap companies. All right, so I have deposited $1,000 of my $1,200 stimulus check into my Robinhood account, and I am going to be investing all of it today right in front of you all. Because I invest for the long term, I am a huge advocate for low-cost index funds, and my 2 ETFs here, VGT and MGK, are 2 examples of that. They typically say that you should have less than 5% of your overall net worth invested into individual stocks because they are a lot more volatile than index funds, which means that the value of the individual stocks can fluctuate a lot more. For my 401k and Roth IRA, I stick with low-cost index funds all the way. All stocks, no bonds, because we are investing for the long term and trying to accumulate our wealth over time. Bonds would just slow us down. All right, so with my $1,000, I have actually been dollar cost averaging into the airline industry. The airline industry, as you probably already know, is one of the industries that have been hit the hardest being hit the hardest due to current events. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been dollar cost averaging into the market, which means that I've been putting money incrementally every single week. So I've actually been putting in $1,000 every single week for the past couple of weeks into 4 airline companies. So instead of going all in on one airline, I like to diversify a bit within the industry itself. Now, there definitely is a risk to investing in airlines right now. One of the companies could just go bankrupt and basically means I lose all of my money. But at the same time, these stocks are at a huge discount from their previous prices. Where, for instance, I'll just pull up Spirit Airlines. Just like 3 months ago, it was about $44 and now it's only $11.88, which is at an insane discount. Yes, Spirit Airlines could go bankrupt, but there are a couple reasons why I feel relatively safe investing in airlines right now. One reason is the government bailouts. The governments are trying to help these airline companies out, and I don't see a future where the airline industry just completely evaporates. If one of these companies go bankrupt, I do lose my money, but that just means that there are more opportunities for the other airlines to fill in that void. Another reason is that the airline industry is very tough to get into. There's a huge upfront cost. There's just a large barrier to entry. Plus, when all of this blows over and the world is back to normal, I think people are going to be itching to get out of their homes and travel across the world. I don't know about you, but I certainly want to leave the DC area for a bit. Just another example, Delta 3 months ago has dropped 62%. American Airlines has dropped 62%. United Airlines has dropped 68%. Big drops, stocks on discount equal great opportunity to buy. All right, so I'm gonna go into Delta. So I have $1 grand to invest, which means about $250 for each airline. So buy, let's see, 11 sounds good. Boom. 11 shares of Delta, buy. Spirit Airlines, fallen, buying. Ooh, I can't math. Oh, 21. There we go. Boom, Spirit Airlines bought. My equity, all right, so I have about $2,000 in 4 different airlines, so about 8K in the entire airline industry. Now, I don't think these are gonna bounce back quite as fast as maybe other companies, but I'm investing for the long term, and I suspect in a year or two, these will bounce back to a good portion of their original price. And eventually, I do believe that they're gonna go back to the value they were before the stock market crash. Oh, and lastly, so one reason why I'm investing in airline stocks right now, even though cruise line stocks are at an even steeper discount, is because the cruise line industry, I believe, will take a lot longer to recover, and plus cruise lines are not getting bailed out right now, and there's more of a chance for them going bankrupt than the airlines. Airlines are for recreation as well as cruise lines, but on top of that, people also fly across the country and across the world for business. So that's why I believe airlines are going to pick up way quicker. And if cruise lines come back, then I suspect airlines will have already come back, because most of the time people have to fly to the starting port to start their voyage. So that was me investing my stimulus check. I've been dollar cost averaging $1 grand into the market every single week because I don't know when the bottom will be, and in volatile times like this, dollar cost averaging makes me feel a lot safer investing. If I just lump summed all of my money into today, will I have invested in the bottom of the market? I don't know, but dollar cost averaging helps me even out the prices of the stocks that I'm going into. I hope this was informational and somewhat entertaining. Again, these are just my speculations. I could lose all of it, but I am pretty confident that I'm going to be making money from my investments today and in the previous weeks. Stocks always go up unless they go down. Bop the like button. I'll be making a lot of videos on investing in the stock market and investing in myself, so I'm not only richer, but also better. I will see you all in the comment section below. Peace.